Hi everyone, very good morning, guys. I hope I am audible and visible to all. A quick confirmation, please. Okay, great. So, first and foremost, I know this was not timed in such a manner, but we had kept this session today only focusing on INI-CET, but now we've got a lot more clarity as we are conducting this session because we were not expecting the result, that the result would also be timed so accurately with this session. So first and foremost, if you've got the desired rank and the branch, or the score that you were targeting, and if you feel you'll get your desired branch, first and foremost, heartiest congratulations to all of you, and you've done really well. It's paid off. So all my best wishes to you guys. But we've got a double or even more set of students who've not got, whose recalls and actual score has not been in sync with it. And if you remember, the first sentence of the recall video that I said was this only, that right now you guys are listening to a million recalls, but it's going to be very different when the day the result comes up, because that is what we see every year. Recall is something which is only going to give you a very tentative score, but there's a major jump that you can actually see in the actual score also, that might have happened with a lot of you. So that happens every year. It's not something that you are facing any injustice or anything, at any sort of thing at that point of time. So up, at least with a lot more clarity, that what are you looking at INI-CET from. Are you looking at it from that perspective that you have a NEET PG rank in hand, and now you just want to give INI-CET a shot, that might be we are lucky and we get an INI Central Institute, or you feel that NEET PG is not going to get you that desired branch of your choice. So now INI means the world for you coming forward, right? So there are two set of students, and yes, I know that now actually everyone's gonna look at, just honestly tell me, ever since you've given NEET PG on March 5th, have you guys in these 10 days been studying in the similar manner like you were once upon a time for NEET PG in the last 2 weeks, the way you were studying as a 18 hours plus, and not thinking of anything else? Obviously that kind of dedication must not be there. Let's be honest, I know. But now I do understand that with the NEET PG result that has come out, you guys obviously have that now it's time to get back into the same mode. It's time to get back into the same rigorous studies, day and night wala mode, and now we have to crack this exam whatsoever, because we have a target. We are all target oriented people. अब पता है कि 7th of May को exam है. NEET PG has not given me the most desired result, so now I know that I have to put in my heart and soul into INI-CET. So first and foremost, obviously I can totally understand, doc, it is disheartening, you're feeling clueless, it is. And I'm not saying suppress your feelings, just let yourself feel that for a day or two. Let it's something known as, like, even the topper might not immediately be able to process that he or she has topped. Same way, someone who's not done so well will also need time to for that feeling to absorb. So just let yourself go through this phase. It's fine, take a day or two, it's totally okay. But if you dwell into that phase and get depressed, that is worrisome. That is something you don't have to do. You have to fight back. And this is just an exam. I mean, it's so easy to say na, कि just an exam hai. Right now I know it means the world for you. When I was in your phase, it meant the world for me also, and I thought that there was there was no life beyond it. Matlab NEET PG or AIMS ka exam, matlab after that, so there is nothing ever in life that is more important than that. Is the kind of feeling that you get. But now when I look back so many years, I can actually say, yeah, it was just an exam. It happened. It could have happened 5 months prior for someone. It could have happened 5 months later for someone. Today, no one is asking me, did you crack the NEET PG in your first attempt or your second attempt? Did you crack the May session or the January session? No one asks you that after you have been cleared all your exams and all your practice. No one's going to come back. No patient is going to come back and ask you this question. कि INI-CET कौन सा वाला दिया था? May वाला दिया था या Jan, December, November वाला दिया था? Trust me, it doesn't make that big a deal as we make it at that point of time. So first you need to analyze that right now it means the world for you, and once you're going to be over with this phase, you will realize that it was the same for everyone. Tell me, every success, all of you must be listening to those success stories, and after listening to those stories, you must be feeling, I could have been that person today, and I could have been giving that interview, or I could have been sending ma'am those lovely messages of how I have cracked the exam and all of that. There is a sense of, you feel bad that I had prepared a message that I will message so and so and thank so and so for my success. But trust me, all these students who are sending us those messages today, if you read the first two, three, or the last two, three sentences of their message, na, you will realize and you will analyze that what you are feeling today, exactly the same feeling they had 1 year ago or few months ago, where they had also thought that hum aisa message bhejenge, but they could not send that message. But now today, when they've sent that message, the happiness and the, the proud feeling that they get and we get is something else. So success will come, but it will come at the right time. But that means that you will have to overcome every tiny little failure that will come in that process. I know अभी सुनने में थोड़ा ऐसा motivational talk like लग रहा है, and I cannot take that feeling away from you that you're feeling horrible, pathetic, very, very doomed, very, very depressed. It is something which is, no one can take that feeling away from you. Trust me, no one can. You will feel that, and I'm telling you to absorb it and feel it. It's okay. I'm not saying कि मत feel करो. What is a big deal? It is a big deal. I can understand. Let it be. Cry over it. Sulk over it. 1 घंटा 2 घंटा रोना है रो लो. Go to your parents. Sulk over the fact that you have not been able to get what you were aiming for. Do it, get it out of your system and get over with it, right? Deal with it, aage badho. It's all about moving forward. This is just probably the first dip in your profession that has happened. As you will progress in the medical field, you will realize the highs are very, very low, very, very less. The number of highs that you get in this profession, the appreciation that you get in this profession, वो बहुत कम होता है. Actually, this is what this profession is all about. On a daily basis, in your exams, in your practice, in your day-to-day life, you deal with more of lows, and that is how we become so rock solid, because we realize that all of our medical profession, even till date, as a practicing pathologist, as a practicing doctor, I can tell you, every day is not when I come back home and I feel that, oh wow, today has been the best day of my life. Most of the days of my life, I do come back and say that, if it's not an exam, it is something else. It is something else that will bother you. Some days I'm very disheartened because I have reported a 5-year-old child as CML and his parents are crying in front of me that what should we do? I can also not do anything. I have no option, but I have to deal with it. Like I said, there are going to be more of lows in your life than the highs, and that is what is going to make you so rock solid. So this is just a stepping stone that God has shown you that, acha, this is just the starting. Abhi se get used to this. You are going to face this all throughout your life, and you will actually realize that you will become so strong as an individual. Now, personally, you will become so strong after facing all of this that some minor inconveniences which non-medicos probably cry over, you will actually feel इसमें क्या है, मतलब ये तो ठीक है ना, this is just a minor problem that has happened, it's okay, it'll be over. You will actually become like this person whom people will consult after a point, because you will feel that I have seen so much more and so many more problems in life that, such minor things are so manageable, so easy. We should not be sulking over it at all. On that note, so रो के pro हो जाओ. Give, आज कल रात को रो लिए, आज भी रो लो. I am not taking that away from you. Cry it out, but I am just saying that by the end of the day, 24 hours रो लिया, रोना धोना कर लो, sulk over it, blame anyone you want to, blame your destiny, blame God, blame NBE, blame anyone you want to. ठीक है, whosoever you feel is worth blaming, कर लो blame. Fine, cry over it. But by the end of the day, get over it. No point sulking, because now you have INI-CET in front of you. That means that if you're crying, now you're going to miss out on that opportunity also. And now you don't want to miss out on that opportunity. Now you know that means the world for you. So now that is going to be the most important thing. So first, today we'll focus only on the path and micro part of INI-CET. A lot of students have told me, ma'am, एक 40 days का timetable भी बना दो. तो अभी I don't want to give you 40-day timetable right now. अभी तो we are in the रोना धोना वाला phase. But at the end of today, on my Telegram group, I will post a 40-day schedule for you, which is for all 19 subjects. अच्छा लगे तो follow कर लेना. That's just a timetable that I will make. 3 days anat, 3 days physio. It's just to get you back on track, because I know tomorrow morning you will be done with your Rona Dhuna. I have full confidence on you. I know you guys are fighters. You're going to come back tomorrow morning and you're going to give it your 200% once again. I've seen the same students given their 200% before NEET PG. So I know what you are made of. I know what you carry within you. This is just a very temporary dip in your field, in your phase that has come up. But I know what kind of fighters you are. I know how you used to get disheartened before every grand, after every grand test score. But I also remember how next day after writing to me, ma'am, grand test mein bahut gande number aaye, but next morning you used to be studying for 18 hours once again. So I know what you guys are made of. I have full confidence in you. So I'm giving you today's time for रोना धोना. आज शाम को वो जो 40 डे वाला टाइम टेबल होगा ना, उसे अपने टेबल पे लगा लेना एंड फ्रॉम टुमारो जस्ट स्टार्ट विद इट. इन दैट आई एम हियर टू टॉक टू यू अबाउट पैथ एंड माइक्रो कैसे होगा. सो फर्स्ट थिंग्स फर्स्ट, डू नॉट, यू डोंट हैव टाइम. फुल कोर्स कौन पढ़ने वाला है पैथ एंड माइक्रो का? जस्ट इन केस यू आर प्लानिंग कि 40 डेज में पैथ एंड माइक्रो का फुल कोर्स पढ़ेंगे, प्लीज, दैट इज द वर्स्ट आइडिया ऑन हैंड. डू नॉट डू दैट बिकॉज यू डोंट हैव ओनली पैथ एंड माइक्रो विल नॉट गेट यू अ रैंक ना. यू हैव 19 सब्जेक्ट्स टू डू. 19 सब्जेक्ट्स 40-41 डेज का अगर टारगेट रखे तो नॉट हैपनिंग एट ऑल. बिकॉज आफ्टर 40 डेज आई ऑल्सो हैव टू थिंक ऑफ अ रिविजन ना, थोड़ा सा छोटा सा रिविजन भी करना है. सो full course तो पैथ एंड माइक्रो का भूल जाओ. What are you supposed to do at this point of time? Again, now I will tell you, as I always say, we have two set of students. एक वो students हैं who are on Unacademy under Plus. One students are those who are on some XYZ app and are taking Unacademy का free classes and the special classes basically. So whatever phase you are in, okay, I'm going to tell you for both of them. So if you are a part of the Plus course already, you already have a subscription or you are planning to buy a subscription, so what is that one stop batch that you're going to go towards? This is a pre-recorded batch. Let me tell you, this is a pre-recorded batch which is gonna have access to all the 19 subjects. It is available. If you are a prior user, you have access to this batch. If you are a new user, you can definitely go ahead with the purchasing. That is if you're planning to take up a Plus subscription. That is if your plan is that मिल नहीं रहा, नहीं होना चाहिए. It's not that नहीं मिलेगा kinds. If you want, I will still doctor integrate. I will put up a link of this batch also. ठीक है, अगर नहीं मिल रहा, I'll put it up on Telegram. I'll help you with that. So just in case you're planning to go in for Plus, तो फिर ये वाला batch करना है. If you are already using say PrepLadder, Marrow, any other XYZ app already है, अब ma'am I don't want to spend money for the last 1 month, if that is the criteria, then you will be following my Path and Micro का targets. Now what is the Path and Micro का targets? Yes, it's already available, Dr. Rena. ठीक है, so Path and Micro का targets, please let me know. Firstly, you know, अभी you must have seen ना, I've been posting since 2-3 days for FMG students. तो and any other query, अभी बस यहाँ तक मुझे आने दो. After that, Dr. Ankita and everyone else, जो भी other queries है, वो बस I'm just reaching that place. Just quickly I want to scan through and tell you what is the plan for Path and Micro so that one tension goes off your head. Two tensions, Path and Micro का tension जाएगा. तो अगर plus कर रहे हो तो सिर्फ plus वाला batch करो, then don't listen to me. Then don't listen to every daily वाला targets, ठीक है? But when you're talking about the free classes, or even if you want to follow the targets, every day I'll be posting INI specific topics. Now we're not going to go into ऐसा पूरा पढ़ोगे cell injury से शुरू करके. Cell injury भी पढ़ रहे हो तो I know INI-CET, they love cellular aging. They love the progeria syndromes. If I'm talking about inflammation, they love those granuloma wala pictures. If I'm talking about hematology, they love that HB electrophoresis. If I'm talking about platelet, they love thromboelastography. So there are some INI specific topics that you have to study. Flow cytometry पढ़ना ही पढ़ना है. Electron microscopy का एक photo आएगा ही आएगा. So that is what I'm saying. You have to go for INI specific topics, and those are going to be the targets that I will be posting. Where are the targets going to be posted? By now, all of you know me. You know I will prepare a Google sheet, and that Google sheet का there will be one common link, है ना? One common लिंक ऑफ दैट गूगल शीट. बस रोज सुबह उसे रिफ्रेश कर लेना, ठीक है? रोज सुबह उसमें रिफ्रेश कर लेना, एंड आफ्टर रिफ्रेशिंग यू विल फाइंड दैट ओ मैम हैज गिवन मी वन टारगेट फॉर पैथ एज वेल एज फॉर माइक्रो, एंड जस्ट ब्लाइंडली कीप फॉलोइंग दैट टारगेट. सो इफ दैट टारगेट हैज बीन गिवन, इट हैज बीन गिवन फ्रॉम द पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू दैट अच्छा एक तो टाइम कम है, यू हैव 40 days in hand, we have to prioritize things. सब कुछ तो नहीं पढ़ सकते, it's not humanly possible. So start prioritizing that. Okay, these 30 topics are तो INI वाले, ये तो पहले खत्म करो, and after that miscellaneous then we'll take up as and what time we'll get. We'll try to cover the bulk also eventually, but pehle, yeah, the Google sheet link will be posted on Telegram, and the purpose of making a Google sheet is that every day all your targets are in one place. एक table बन जाएगा, Later on also, if you have to get back to any topic, you don't have to search the Telegram again and again, because I see half of your time in life is going asking for links from people. Iska link, ye wala class, wo wala PDF. So the purpose of making the Google sheet is that everything is in one place and you don't have to keep asking and messaging each other for all this. And we've done this earlier. We've done this for NEET, we've done this for previous INI, we've done this for FMG. It has always worked. This always tries to helps you keeping on track, because it's something like a virtual library. You know that everyone today is sitting with me and reading cellular aging. तो पता है कि देखो, अब when other 1,000 students are studying, तो मुझे भी पढ़ना है. Peer pressure used in the best manner possible. That when 1,000 people today are reading cellular aging, अगर progeria syndrome आ गया तो सबका ठीक हो जाएगा. तो at least we should use peer pressure in a good manner ना. That is my purpose of using peer pressure in a good manner. कि सब पढ़ रहे हैं तो मुझे भी aging तो पढ़ना ही पढ़ना है. After that you read the rest of the topic or not is irrelevant. ये तो पढ़ना है because सबने पढ़ा है. FOMO used in the best way, right? Now, where do you have to study those targets from? देखो, one link to I will attach, because if you have been following me since the beginning, I want you should refer to that link. ठीक है? If you have been following any other teacher, any other notes, any other source, so please in these last 40 days, just try to study with us, but do not go ahead and change your source. Don't feel that मैम पहले कहीं और से किसी और टीचर से पढ़ा था and now I have come across and now I have started studying it from your notes. So please don't go ahead with that kind of a strategy. Limit yourself to whatever you have studied. But the only thing is कि जो topics I'm telling you ना, जहाँ से पढ़ा है वहाँ से पढ़ लेना. Is that my concern? If you've studied from me, then you follow the link that I will be posted. ठीक है? How much time? Most essential. I'm just coming to all your other queries exactly after this. How much time? देखो, last year also I had heard this feedback from students that ma'am we get so excited about targets ना, that when we open the sheet every morning, वैसा FOMO ऐसा kick in होता है that ma'am has given a topic, so I should finish it off, and then I just drown into that topic. And then I realized that half a day I am only doing targets, and then after half a day I realized that apna self study, questions, so many things I have just conveniently ignored, and half my day has gone in targets. So my advice to you is keep your targets for the end of the day. Why? Because end of the day na, you have a strict timeline. If I start studying, for example, if you sleep at 12, for example, so if you start the target say at 10:30, path and micro का target से I am assuming you will not take more than 1.5 hours. इससे ज़्यादा देना भी नहीं है. You have 19 subjects to do. I don't want to be selfish and say that पूरा time बस मेरे subjects पढ़ते रहो. That will be very bad advice to give to you. You have 19 subjects to do. Study your 19, बाकी 17 subjects पढ़ो. Last 1.5 hour of the day, please dedicate to these targets. So you'll know कि अच्छा 12:30 I have to sleep यार. So I have to finish these targets in this much of time. Don't start your targets early morning, because then you will sit for one half of a day and just keep studying those targets, and then you'll say that acha target to ho gaya, that sense of accomplishment comes, and then you stop studying for the rest of the day. And I am not, also I understand I'm not the only one who's giving you targets. Every faculty, every educator is trying to reach out to you, trying to help you get back on track. Obviously you don't follow everyone, but there will be 2-3 educators whom you will definitely follow, and you will be like इनके targets तो करने हैं. तो the target वाला जो पूरा भी target वाला 2-3 घंटे का दिन का time है जो भी रखा है, keep that towards the end of the day. ठीक है, keep that towards the end of the day, or if you don't want to keep it during lunch time, because ये जो lunch वाला and post lunch वाला time होता है ना, lunch time, so I am being very मतलब inhuman by saying कि अब तो you can't even have your lunch at peace. That 15-20 minutes also, honestly उसमें एक target खत्म हो जाता है. कोई छोटा subject का target होगा ना, like radio, ortho, anesthesia, वो खत्म भी हो जाएगा. And this is the time where we go into that postprandial slumber and we tend to feel drowsy and sleepy. So that is the best time that you listen to someone's video. ऐसा बिल्कुल sleepy mode में किसी का video सुन लो, that is better. That gets you better than sleeping off. ना dozing off से better है passive learning. When active learning will not work, passive learning will work. So if you can't sit and put your concentration on your own, start listening to someone else. है ना? So better है कुछ तो दिमाग में जाएगा ना. Better than not studying and sleeping off and giving up. So these are the 2 timelines. Don't start off with targets in the morning. Fresh mind में अपना पढ़ाई करो. Go for your questions. Go for your self study, your notes, your own agenda. And at the end of the day or lunchtime, whatever you feel is your less productive time of the day, उसमें जो भी targets हैं, जो भी 2-3 educators का targets है, वो खत्म कर दो. That is all that I wanted to tell you. Tonight I will post the Google Sheet, so the targets will start from tomorrow morning. So tonight, abhi rona dhona I'm still giving you. I'm giving you more time. I'm giving you almost 8 to 10 hours more. Aram se rona dhona karo. After that, if you're staying alone, order the best food, whatever you love the most. If you're staying with your parents or your family, tell them to pamper you, so you need that pampering today. Whatever you love the most, wo apna अच्छे से खाओ पियो, and at the end of the day, get that 40-day timetable that I will आज का target रोना है, ठीक है? So today's target I have not posted. Today's target is, let yourself feel whatever you want to. Success stories suno, sulk over it, feel bad over it. I mean, just get it so much into your system now. Make yourself feel so bad that you only become, your receptors become tolerant. You have to become tolerant to all of this, and only when you become tolerant to all of this is when you will be able to be like that, I don't give a shit about it. Now I'm gonna फाइट बैक. अब मुझे नहीं फर्क पड़ रहा, कोई टॉप करा, कोई 10th आया, कोई 20th आया. I have made myself so resistant. I put such a big shield in front of me that tomorrow my best friend comes to me and says that I topped the exam, I'll be happy for him. And after that, I will be doing my own thing. Right? So see, parents, sometimes you might feel, this is a very common thing, we've also gone through that phase where we feel that parents are not understanding, parents are not understanding what we are going through, they're not understanding our mental state, they're not understanding that we put in our hard work and sometimes it doesn't happen, it sometimes just doesn't click. That's just very unfortunate, but aisa hota hai. But you need to understand where your parents are also coming from. Even if they're scolding you, it's not that they want bad for you in life. So everyone has a different way of expression. कोई रोना धोना करके बुरा feel करता है. Someone goes into a complete denial. Someone goes into rebellious mode. Someone starts blaming coaching institute. Someone starts blaming themselves only. Everyone has a different way of dealing with all these things. So your parents also have a different way of dealing with all of these things. So little bit you need to make them understand. Little bit you need to understand that at the end of the day, like for example, sometimes when you guys get a question wrong on a poll in the class, don't I say कि अरे यार ऐसे मत करो, please don't do this, you can't afford to do this at this point of time. Does that mean that I'm feeling anything bad towards you? No, that just means that I am wanting the best for you guys, and I am not ready to accept that you got a question wrong at that stage. So it's the same way with your parents also. They are scolding you because that is the only way of expression that they know. You just need to sit with them, you need to make them understand that every exam is different and NEET PG ka exam is different. It's not like any other exam that we have in our country. It's totally different. It's a different game altogether, and you can't compare us with any other. You can't compare us with the Sharma ji ka beta in your society. That's not going to happen. Let's be honest. You really need to sit and have that conversation with them and make them also understand that this is what we are going through. We are totally mentally, we are totally messed up, and we need your support at this point of time. You need to actually reach out to them and express to them that, at this point of time, I don't need your scoldings. I need you to be a little compassionate towards me. I need you to be a little empathetic towards me, that I am going through hell at this point of time. And the only thing that I want is support from your end, support for a few more days or weeks or months, and I'm going to come back even better. But if you yeah, so although the Sharma ji ka thing, the example was a little ironical. I mean, I shouldn't have given it, but yeah, let's take it that way. But having said that, yeah, so you just need to sit and talk to them. Trust me, they'll understand. But if they go into rebel and you go into rebel, you're creating a very bad atmosphere in your house. ऐसा मुंह फुला के अलग अलग कमरे में बैठ के कुछ नहीं होने वाला. Just confront them, sit with them, talk to them over a cup of tea or coffee, and like mature adults, individuals, handle the situation and say that we'll maintain a positive, ठीक है? We'll maintain a positive attitude towards it. So I need your support, and I will give in my 200%. Right? Okay. On that note, obviously, I told you that once I'm done with all the things that I had to say, this is gonna come up to you all, and I know you have a lot of queries, which is so, I mean, understood that you have a lot of queries. So, usme to koi doubt nahi hai, and I'm here. This session is actually to just I think it's just timed in such a manner that we have met at the perfect time. If this session would have happened yesterday, half of you would have been like, "Ah, theek hai," that kind of thing. Today, all of you are like super duper serious because it means the world to you at this point of time, right? Okay, so one by one, just my advice, just keep posting it in the D wala doubts wala section so that I don't miss out on any comments, because I really don't want to miss out on any doubt at this point of time, because I know you're genuinely here for help. So I'll just quickly address order में I'll start off so that you guys can just post it there, not in the comments, वरना वो miss हो जाएगा. Okay, so quickly we'll start one by one. This is like a rapid fire doubt solving session that has happened. Half of it done before. No, Dr. Rana, honestly, PMP batch was very good, complete, all in all batch, but utna time nahi hai. Now you will have to go in for the INI-CET batch, and whatever you have missed out on will be covered here. Because if you do the PMP batch, you won't be able to cover all 19 subjects. So go for the INI wala batch, right? Okay. Is it possible to crack INI if I start now? Yes, Dr. Vidhi, trust me on this and listen to everyone. Just go back and read everyone's comments. सबने कहा है कि मैम 10 दिन से कुछ नहीं पढ़ा, and I know कोई पढ़ने भी नहीं वाला था. That is why I did not put up a timetable. Many of you were saying मैम timetable बना दो, हम पढ़ेंगे, ऐसा करेंगे, वैसा करेंगे, and I knew for a fact कि नहीं पढ़ोगे because आज तक कोई नहीं पढ़ा. No one has ever studied after 1 week after their NEET PG exam. This has never happened in history. I knew it was not going to happen, but today I have that confidence it is going to happen. Because I know how you guys work, I know how we have worked as students, I know how you guys are so target and aim oriented, countdown oriented people we are. Let's admit it, it's not a very good thing to be, but that is how we are. When we had that clock ticking na, 40 days, 39 days, 50 days, ऐसा clock चल रहा होता है तो हम अपने आप पढ़ते हैं. But when we have हाँ exam है 6 months के बाद, we go into a little bit of a slow speed. So is it possible? And my answer is a big yes. All that you have to do once you are done with all your crying today, वो 40 day वाला timetable का print out लेना, that I'll be posting in the evening and put it up on your notice board. ठीक है? Coming to the next, the Dr. Rena, there's no new batch starting, live batch nahi start ho raha. That is why I've told you the recorded wala INI batch is what you will be going in for. Okay, 60K in NEET, can INI-CET be done now? Again, my answer is a big yes, because so many students say that, ma'am, I've got both set of things running in my DM. Some students are saying we were doing very well in our GTs and in our recalls, but we've suddenly come down to a 300 kind of a score. I was expecting a 500 or a 450 or a 480, and suddenly I've dropped to 300. How is it possible? Anything is possible. So if you ask me that you got a 60K NEET, can INI-CET be done? Trust me, INI-CET का ना थोड़ा हाइप ज्यादा है. देयर आर सम थिंग्स ना जिसका बिल्कुल ऐसा हाइप बना देते हैं that only some set of 20 students in this entire on this entire planet can do it and you are not worth it only. ऐसा वाला एक feeling and this hype has been created around INI-CET. No, if you study the, I know it थोड़ा cliche sound करेगा, but PYQs as we say ना, INI-CET में it works more than anything else. Trust me. How many of you have seen that every INI-CET will have a question on electron microscopy? Can I ever detach electron microscopy from INI-CET? नहीं ना. One platelet disorder वाला question will come. अब वो उनका मर्जी है whether they will give hemophilia or they will give thromboelastography, but platelet का chapter तो देंगे ही देंगे. So when we say previous year questions for NEET, for FMG, INI-CET, trust me, this is the exam where previous year topics are followed the most. You know, they are, INI people are very territorial about their topics. Trust me, when I say territorial, I mean they are possessive, they are obsessed with their topics. कि यही हमारे topics हैं, ये तो हम देंगे ही देंगे. That kind of an attitude they have. You just need to crack that strategy once. On that same note, some of you were asking about first aid. First aid is a very good book to do. I call it a piece of art, if I can say so. It has been beautifully done. At this point of time, it's the perfect book to do because you guys have studied everything. पूरा micro patho कहीं कहीं से तो पढ़ लिया है. Even for other subjects you have studied. अब करना है revision. Revision के लिए it's genuinely a first aid. First reading के लिए it is the worst book to have. I can say that openly. I'm saying it. If you are first time reading any subject, now this is the worst book because you will not understand anything. Bullet hoga. There's not going to be any concept. You will feel lost. You will feel, what am I reading? But when you are in this phase, this is the golden. When this phase of your life, I'm saying this is a piece of art. This will help you sail through, especially for exams like INI-CET. They are very territorial about this book also. And you must have seen all people in AIMS, matlab, even when they crack their exam na, and even when they start their residency, this is a book you will find in their room always. Always you will find it, because this is a book that they swear by. They have to study it. It's like a Bible that no one can go through that institute without this, right? Okay, coming to the next question. Okay, so one thing is that if you got a 50% in NEET, should you be giving INI-CET? See, that's what I'm saying ना, INI के लिए सबसे पहले तो mental block हटाओ. Is it in my league? Is it something that I am worthy of giving? All these kind of questions. तो पहले तो इसे remove करो, because you are worthy of giving. Okay, so let's take two situations. देखो exam है, exam का क्या result होता है? Either you will get a rank or you will not get a rank. There is no other way around. ना, nothing is going to happen, right? So either you will get a rank or not get a rank. So rank आ गया तो very good. Rank नहीं भी आया, so you are, what I've read from your messages, you are halfway through the fact कि INI नहीं होगा and I will have to appear for the next year का NEET PG exam. So now in that case, at least INI-CET can be another exam that you give. देखो, the more now you give NEET PG, you know the entire process, you know the palpitations that happen, you know how to calm yourself down, you know the tachycardia that happens. You know how to deal with it because you've been through it. Once you experience something, na, then the second time of it becomes easier to handle. It's obviously like that. So it's basically like acquired immunity. It's basically like that. First time you get exposed to it, now you've made antibodies. Up second time the same thing will come your way. You will be better in handling it. You will be better in dealing with it. So now what you have to do, जो antibodies बन गया है ना, don't let those antibodies fade away, because otherwise you are going to have that same reaction next time. So keep giving exams. Don't be so target oriented. Don't be so result oriented that रिजल्ट का ही सोच के पेपर देंगे. नहीं, इट इज लाइक मेकिंग मोर एंटीबॉडीज. दैट इज माय एडवाइस टू यू डॉक्टर बिस्वा. मेक मोर एंटीबॉडीज, गेट मोर अकस्टम्ड, गेट ओवर द फियर. दैट इज व्हाई सेइंग ना, ग्रैंड टेस्ट दो. ग्रैंड टेस्ट से डरो मत, बिकॉज गेट योर बॉडी, गेट योर माइंड, गेट योर सिस्टम accustomed to it कि ये तो यही है. This is a part and parcel of the thing. Every exam that comes your way, you have to give it. Every GT, every exam, INI-CET, even if you're preparing for NEET, you have to give INI-CET. You have to go through that entire process. Okay, if you're following me, Dr. Abhineet, patho ka first aid you can still skip. I would advise. Micro ka I still believe, because micro, the more the better. Means the more you read it, na, the more number of times it goes in front of your eyes, the better it is. But if you're not having any time, you can even skip it. Even if you do, acha, for some students who are saying that, ma'am, humse ab pura plus wala batch nahi hoga, can we just do that YouTube wala rapid revisions that you posted before NEET PG and the Unacademy wala rapid revision ya TND? Is that going to be enough? My answer to that is also yes. Agar daily targets wala scene mein nahi jana, you say that, ma'am, I want to sit for 2 days, finish off pathology and get over with the headache only once and for all. YouTube wala rapid revisions uthao, which you all anyway had attempted before the NEET PG, and after that do the TND which I conducted in the month of February on Unacademy. You are sorted with that also. Trust me, a lot of topics of INI and NEET are overlapping. No one thought that thromboelastography will ever come in NEET, but वो आया था ना. So now a lot of topics of both these exams are overlapping. So अगर daily के cycle में नहीं जाना, you can study this also, and trust me, you will be good to go. Okay. Yes, Dr. Mahi, answer to your question, it is enough. How many hours to study daily, Dr. Jaya? There is no answer to that question. How many productive hours to study in a day? You sit in front of your textbook from 8 a.m. in the morning to 12 in the midnight, and then if you're scrolling through Instagram in that between, that is a useless time schedule to make. But if you sit only from 8 a.m. in the morning to say 8 p.m. and बीच का वो 4 hours जो anyway time waste कर रहे थे, उसमें सो लो, खा लो, पी लो, कुछ extra कर लो, कुछ extra co-curricular activity कर लो, or just sleep through it, that is still better. So it's dedicated. But my advice is, 40 days, I am only saying 40 days. Honestly, I have not seen the calendar and counted. I have said 40 days because 40 days ka target I am making for all of you. You have to finish your syllabus in 40 days, right? And for that, I'm saying that you have to give at least 12, if you're not working or anything else going alongside in your life, 12 to 14 hours a day to productive study karna hi karna hai. I know I might sound a little brutal while saying it, but you know that you have done this before NEET PG. It is nothing new in your life. You're not going to get a headache from it. Your mind and body is much accomplished and accustomed to do this, तो कर लोगे. बस वो zeal and effort was not coming, that internal motivation was not coming till now. That is why you did not do this since the past 10 days. Now you will do it because now you have all the reason to do it. ठीक है. Next question. In NEET, many of you went aggressive. INI-CET में NEET जितना, like NEET में तो everyone says you should 200. Like if you, I was listening to the interview of the topper also this time. She said that she attempted 200 on 200 because that is the usual approach which everyone tells for NEET PG. That more the better. Attempt 180 above, attempt 185 above. Everyone says play aggressive in NEET. My advice is that INI wala exam, it a little depends. You have to, I'll just take a minute on that. You have to go and assess the exam. Dekho, 2 years and prior, INI was basically AIMS and all of that. Na? Those papers used to be damn difficult. Difficult to the extent that sometimes we also had to explore journals and get the answer out कि इतना कुछ rare जाके दिया है that hardly 2% of the population must have read it. That was the level. So that time we used to say that be a little cautious in INI-CET because there are going to be so many unheard of things ना, तो सब कुछ mark करके नहीं आना. But now you all would agree with me that if you look at the last 4 sessions or 2 years of INI-CET, basically COVID के बाद वाले जो sessions हैं, everyone has said that हाँ थोड़ा टफ होता है, but it is not what it used to be once upon a time. It is not no longer that kind of an exam that only 1% of the population of the country can crack and others are going to be clueless कि ये paper में चल क्या रहा है. No, topics are heard of, topics are being repeated, questions are being repeated, images are being repeated, and that gives me advice that I can play aggressive, but don't be that aggressive as you were in NEET. थोड़ा सा assessment करना. If you feel that too many unheard of topics are coming, ऐसा कुछ journals में से आ गया, ठीक है, जर्नल्स में से आ गया, यू नेवर हर्ड ऑफ, लाइक समथिंग लाइक द कोलंबियन प्लान हैज कम, समथिंग वेरी एज ओल्ड हैज कम, नेवर एवर हर्ड ऑफ इट, तो वो छोड़ दो. बट समथिंग दैट यू हर्ड ऑफ एंड यू नो 2 ऑप्शंस आउट ऑफ इट, इवन इफ यू नो 2 ऑप्शंस यू हर्ड ऑफ, टेक द रिस्क इज माय एडवाइस टू यू. ओके, लेट्स मूव ऑन टू Okay, Dr. Sufyan, not a doubt, but just a thank you for the session at the right time. Honestly, it was not planned. Wednesday morning ka session planned tha, but I really was not expecting that it will be so in synchronized with the exam result, and I feel God has been with us. God has been with us, guys. Trust me. God was with us that day also. जब हमने वो last minute cat sat on a mat वाला mnemonic करा था, and then 2 days later it came in the exam. I was not aware it was going to come in the exam. You were not aware it was going to come in the exam. It all works in faith. So God has been with us. Stop the blame game. He has been with us in a lot of ways. And I think God is with us now also. We just need to keep moving ahead, right? We will keep moving ahead. We will reach there. Trust me. Okay. How many attempts are enough? Okay, that's a very valid question that I don't even know कि जो मिल रहा है वो ले लो या फिर दोबारा try करते रहो. This is like a multifactorial question. ठीक है, multifactorial question है because a lot of factors go into deciding it. Are you okay? There are 2 set of people you have to deal with. एक है अपना self. One is going to be the self, and the other is going to be what? One is your self thought about it. The other is what your parents are wanting for you. So whenever you are, confused, you actually have to go ahead and you have to think of these 2 things. So self mein to, are you okay with clinical? Are you okay with non-clinical? The first and most important question, means that depends on a lot of things. What kind of a lifestyle do you want? What kind of a future plan you have? What is your patient versus no patient interaction wala phase that you have to think of? So wo sab pehle apne liye decide karo, then go to the parents and the rest of the world. First, make you are grown up, you are adults, you know what kind of a life you want. If I want the life of say a pathologist, and you give me the life of say an anesthetist, I am not going to be happy with it. Vice versa. If someone wanted to practice general medicine and only because he or she got rank 1 to se radiology leke de diya, that person is not going to be happy that ways also. So simple. You have to first make your head very strong, your mindset, that करना क्या है, मुझे क्या करना है. Be a little selfish over here, then start listening to others. Others are your well-wishers, but never compromise on what you are feeling from inside. So there is no how many attempts are enough. The attempt where you feel you are settled in life, that is the attempt. Like I'm saying now, do you guys, when you come to study from me, or whenever you send me any patient का कोई path report या अपने relatives का कोई path report भेजते हो, or you say that ma'am, this is my mother's report, can you please tell me what is wrong, this is my hemoglobin, why is it low? Do you ever write a question at the end of the day, ma'am, where I will only consider your report if you cracked NEET PG in the first attempt, or I will only consider you to be a good doctor if you give me the answer within this much of time, 30 seconds? ऐसा नहीं होता ना. So no one is going to ask you this. At the end of the day, if you are satisfied with what you have chosen as your branch, you will give the best to that branch, and the result and the outcome will come in that manner only. But if you listen to someone else and take up a branch where you will already be frustrated, because residency anyway frustrating hota hai for everyone, by choice or without choice, residency is going to be frustrating. On top of that, you're doing something you don't even like or you never wanted to do. Someone forcefully made you do that. So then you're not going to like it at all. So like I said, there are no enough attempts. The attempt at which you feel I'm ready to settle for what I'm getting and I will be happy. It's like marriage. It stays with you for the rest of your life. And this is the marriage where there is no option of a divorce. Trust me. This is the marriage where you will have to deal with it, live with it, die with it. This is going to stick to you for the rest of your life. There is no option of changing. तो उसमें अगर एक attempt extra भी लग गया ना, don't worry about it. Okay, okay. TND session start karo, Mr. Staff. Start. Okay. There is, like I said, INI-CET का batch तो we have prepared because time constraint बहुत ज़्यादा था. Live classes might not come up on the Plus platform, which Dr. I think Anjali was also asking me earlier that will we be having live classes? Yes, we will be in the month of April. Matlab, even if it is not put up in the Plus batch, I will either start it on something like a kickstart morning, or I will start something like a YouTube series. But I mean, har baar kara hai, so why not this time? When I've had sessions before NEET, before FMG, before previous INI, we will have sessions this time also. But right now, I don't want to bombard you. Although this month I have 2-3 sessions planned on YouTube, which I will update you in a day or two. But I don't want to bombard you with everything because you guys have so many things to do already. But I will give you the right sessions, the right topics at the right time. So April में I have a tentative plan, but अभी I don't want to give you everything in one go कि समझ ही ना आए कि मैम ने ऐसा इतने सारी चीजें एक साथ बता दी कि कुछ नहीं समझ आ रहा करना क्या है क्या नहीं करना. So I will tell you the right things at the right time. But अभी के लिए you start the process. I'm saying kickstart karo, get into that mode, get into that 12-hour, 14-hour streak that you guys are creating every day. Once get going with it, and within a week we will start with our classes also. Okay, so that TND wala question was common to all, so I'm not taking it up separately. Guys, one more thing. For students who are asking me about pathology as a branch, this also I will address in an altogether different session. I will, probably have an entire interactive session with all of you. Whatever queries you have regarding patho, lena hai, nahi lena hai, future prospects, financial prospects, good, bad, ugly of patho, I will tell you. Unbiased review of patho, I will let you know in metropolitan cities, elsewhere, India, abroad. It's a very detailed discussion. So I don't want to like club it up with INI-CET strategy. I don't want to finish it off in 1 or 2 minutes. I want this to be a proper detail so that you should have full clarity, because I know no one knows about pathology. Second year के बाद कभी pathology देखा ही नहीं, second year में भी path lab में कभी गए नहीं. Actually, you don't know what pathology is. I will have to start from the very basic and tell you pathology is not what I teach you day in and day out. Pathology is a very different game. So I will take a separate session and I will give you full clarity, very unbiased type of a clarity I will give you. Then you can decide, are you okay with what path is and do you want to do it or not? Okay, so I'll shortly in this week I'll have another session on that. General micro, Dr. Meghavi, there are already, you can see the FMG wala या NEET wala Telegram group जो है ना, उसके अंदर micro का general micro वाला links are posted, already posted. तो please वो देख लो. I think that should sort you in a lot of ways. That should sort you. A lot of you were also asking me regarding the prep ladder videos. I think I've already told that कि पैथो का तो videos are already uploaded, but INI-CET के लिए full course तो नहीं सुनना. ये तो सबसे पहला rule है, full course नहीं सुनना. तो अभी के लिए नहीं सुनना. If God forbid, but if you have to give the next year वाला NEET exam तब सुन लेना. But I God forbid, may you never have to come back to it. The only thing that you can look out for is the patho RR on prep ladder that will be updated by this Sunday. I've already recorded it, editing चल रहा है, I put it up on priority कि exam is coming, जल्दी जल्दी edit करो, जल्दी जल्दी put it up. So yes, by this Sunday you shall get that. ठीक है, so I'm just going through the other any new queries that I'll have. Right, Dr. Ankita, that live wala question I have also sorted. First aid, Dr. Abhineet, that is also sorted. Someone said that, ma'am, we have, someone has, some people have just, given thank you messages. So heartfelt thank you to you for remembering later on in your journey. So it's really heartwarming that you guys come back, and some of you have not even got the desired rank and you still come back and said a thank you to us. That is even more heartwarming, that despite going through such a tough phase personally, you still remember you still practice gratitude. I mean, there's so much to learn from all of you. डॉक्टर मेकबी यू कैन देखो नोट्स तो सेम रहेगा. व्हेन आई से INI-CET प्रिपरेशन करना है, दैट डजंट मीन दैट कुछ एकदम से पैथोलॉजी ही चेंज हो जाएगा. The same topics are there, the same platelet disorder, the same flow cytometry, the same hematology. Hereditary spherocytosis will remain hereditary spherocytosis only. It is not going to become G6PD deficiency. Notes तो same ही है. Topics that you focus on become a little different. ठीक है, दैट्स अबाउट इट. थोड़ा सा शिफ्ट होता है, बट नोट्स डॉक्टर मेघवी यू डोंट हैव टू सडनली कम अप विद कि अच्छा दीज आर INI-CET के नोट्स. नहीं, दीज आर माय नोट्स. इसी को नीट के लिए पढ़ना है. ट्रस्ट मी, वही FMG स्टूडेंट्स FMG के लिए पढ़ते हैं, उसमें 10% ऐड करके नीट के लिए पढ़ते हैं, उसी से ज्यादा वी आर गोइंग टू हैव द INI-CET. तो देयर इज नथिंग नोन एज आई आल्सो नेवर से दैट दिस इज माय INI-CET पैथो नोट्स एंड दीज आर माय नीट PG पैथो नोट्स. No, same for micro. These are your notes. Bus, that is your Bible. Whatever best you can study out of it is what you have to study. Simple as that. Because like I was saying, INI now is not that rare wala questions. Touch would have stopped coming. It has become more easy. It has become more, not easy I would say, but it's become more doable. It's become more approachable. Earlier there were so many students who could never even think कि हम INI-CET दे भी सकते हैं. Should we even fill the form? That is the first doubt that used to come to so many students, that I am an average student. Can I target the top 30 of the country? Now the seats have increased, the institutes have increased, it's become a common exam, the level of the exam has become more doable, more crackable, more approachable. So why not make an attempt? Right? So yes, just scanning through the doubts, I can totally understand that the doubts are gonna be there. Dr. MK, for the plus users, I told you na, वो वाला batch live classes अलग से अभी for INI are not happening, but I will still conduct over special classes, and April में I told you na, YouTube and special classes में I will conduct. ठीक है. When will the Unacademy batches be starting from a scratch? Dr. Gunita, I suppose you are targeting the next year wala exams, of course, if you want. So there is a new batch. Ek to, for you, don't have any delay. There's a new batch that is anyway starting on March 28th for the next wala NEET, next jo bhi hoga wo wala students. But that also gives you access to vitals, which is recorded. So recorded wala to sunna start kar do na. And as and when the live classes will happen, those live classes will basically be your go-to thing. Your revision sessions will be live classes, and recorded are already there. Patho as a branch, Dr. Arushi, like I said, it will be put up as a separate session. We will talk about students who are targeting to take patho, and I will address that. How to plan our day, your suggestions. Very, very important question. And right at this point of time when you don't know where to start from. So like I said, आज रात को जो 40-day timetable I will post ना, उसमें ऐसा कोई hidden timetable नहीं है. I'm not gonna post some oh my god kind of a strategy in it. It's one of the most usual doable timetables. For example, I'm giving you 3 days for anatomy, and for example, I'm giving you say 1 day for orthopedics, and I'm giving you say 1 day for dermatology. So just as an example, so either you can study it like this कि 3 दिन anatomy पढ़ा, 1 दिन ortho पढ़ा, 1 दिन skin पढ़ा, your wish. Or you want, you can take a 5-day target, and you can divide that in these 5 days, 3/4 of my day I will be studying anatomy, and then 1/4 of the remaining day I will be studying orthopedics and skin. So break हो जाएगा. You want to club topics like that and study your wish. Or if you want to, if I would have been at your place with 40 days in hand, I would not want to do this mix and match wala combination. वो अच्छा लगता है when you have 6 months, you don't want to get bored. अभी you're not gonna get bored. You have 40 days, you have enough targets and things on your mind. अभी boredom का तो कोई question क्वेश्चन ही नहीं है, राइट? आई वुड हैव गॉन इन अ वेरी सिंपल, सी द यू लुक एट, अभी तो you're sulking over what all those strategy videos you're sulking over ना, so वो strategy video को भी, like I said, like I told you, use peer pressure in the right manner. Look at those success stories in the right manner. Don't look at कि अरे oh shit, she got rank 10 and rank 40 and rank 80 and 100 and I too did not get this rank. उसको वैसे point of view से मत देखो. Don't even sit back, and I know all of you are having a lot of fun also, that oh, this student is on this platform also, that platform also, or this student is saying that I studied from one source and I am on like 1 million platforms. Don't learn those things. Learn what you actually have to. Taking the right information from a video is also very, very important. So at this point of time, you should just learn what they're saying. Okay, they are happy, they are celebrating, great success to them, you should wish them the best. But what you should learn is genuinely, वो जो कह रहे हैं ना, एक ही सोर्स पढ़ो पढ़ो और बार बार पढ़ो, they have genuinely done that only. They have picked up one source, any one source in the market. I am not even being biased and saying कि I am on Unacademy, so you have to take Unacademy. Okay, so I'm very openly saying that also, one source in the market that your vibe matches with, one teacher in the market whom your vibe matches with, जिससे पढ़ के समझ आता है और question solve हो जाता है. As simple as that. Keep it very simple. Pick up that one source and read it again and again and again. As easy as that. And if I would have been at your place, I would have picked up that one source. Anatomy, 3 days, khatam. Physiology, 3 days, khatam. Biochemistry, 3 days, khatam. I wouldn't have gone for that mix and match because 40 days ही तो है. 40 days का one full revision is what I'm targeting. तो 40 days में wrap it up ना. 40 days पढ़ाई करो, 2 grand test दो, उसके बाद last revision करना. How difficult is that as a timetable? I think it's very, very easy. And of course, in that, you are going to focus on all the RRs. When I'm saying medicine has to be done in 4 days, you don't have to sit with 200 hours of lectures. Na? You have to go in for that 80 hours, 60 hours ka concise medicine, the rapid revision, ya 40 hours ka rapid revision, to jaldi jaldi ho gaya. That is what you have to do in these 40 days. So I'll give you this day-wise, time-wise timetable. That will be there. My advice is simple रखो, 2-3 दिन पकड़ो, एक subject खत्म करो. I mean, the take home message of this entire session is this, that do not complicate things. Whether it is the person who's come first or 100th or 1000th has kept a very simple strategy. No one is telling you at this point of time that I tried to do cardiovascular, all those strategies that you make, ना cardiovascular system करेंगे, फिर anatomy से करेंगे, फिर physio से करेंगे, फिर radio से करेंगे. That is a very nice strategy to do if you're in your second year, third year, fourth year. Once you have reached this phase, when your exam is very short time left for your exam, you have to tick topics. कि अच्छा, anatomy done, तो done. Now for the next 1 month, I don't have time to get back to it. Now I'll keep revising it from questions. Notes हो गया. How many of you agree that when you tick off topics तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है, that अच्छा pathology पढ़ रहे थे, cell injury tick, inflammation tick, does it give you that that rush, that अच्छा, that feel good factor comes ना? Exactly what I'm wanting to tell you. If you say that anatomy आधा दिन पढ़ा था but half I can't even tick it, I can't even cross it, पढ़ा तो था but ma'am I can't even tick it because अभी I'm going to study it for another 7 days, थोड़ा 2 hours, it will not feel good. And trust me, entrance exams is all about feeling good. If you feel good, you study better, you study better, you feel good. It's a vicious cycle that goes on, that once your morale is down, your studies are down, and then you are back to the same depressive episode. So you need to constantly give yourself those tiny treats, that acha, cell injury ho gaya, tick lagao, feeling good. Sometimes do something as tiny as say salivary gland tumors. 15 मिनट्स का भी टॉपिक नहीं था मैम पैथोलॉजी में, बट वो टिक करके अच्छा लगा तो मैंने 15 मिनट में जल्दी जल्दी कर लिया. So that is what I'm saying. Sometimes you have to give your mind those false treats so that you can get going, because mindset का ही game है. Otherwise, source and basic potential, everyone has the same. All of you are medicals, you've cracked NEET UG, you have done your MBBS, you've given your exam, you have the same potential, you have the same sources, you have the same videos and the same platforms in the market. It is all about who's treating the brain well. You need to give yourself, little treats over there. Acha, so Dr. Abhineet, no, I'll look into that. That should not be the case. So I'll, just in case it's projecting as something else, I'll get it looked into the manner also, but ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए, right? Okay, anything else that I missed out? Some common queries I had clubbed, so I've not projected everyone's query onto the screen because most of you had like a set of bunch of common doubts, and some of you have written your ranks starting from 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, 60,000, and asked me whether you should be going in for INI-CET, and like I've told you, doable hai, crackable hai, or God forbid 0.0001% nahi bhi hota, so what are you doing? Sensitizing yourself. You're making antibodies. You have to make antibodies. Varna, you will have that same panic attack next time when you give NEET. So get your antibodies ready. You will know now that what happens to me when I go into an exam. The first 15 minutes, ma'am, I know I've given so many exams. Now, ma'am, मुझे पता है first 15 minutes, तो my heart will be pounding. I will not answer anything. So you know that after 15 minutes, you will settle down and you will give the best exam of your life. But the first 15 minutes, you have to breathe in, breathe out, and everyone has different set of problems, but you need to recognize your problem. Na? How will you recognize the problem? घर पे grand test देके phone side में रख के you will never analyze what you do wrong in an exam. You will go to the exam, give the exam, and then get to know that, oh, this is what I do wrong in every exam, and this is what I don't have to do from next time onwards. So even if you feel that INI-CET is not your cup of tea, or you feel, you never know, you see, if you're feeling that today is not your day, yesterday night was not your day when the result came out, you never know 7th of May is your day and you're not going in for the exam only and you're not letting God give you that option only. So itna kaise sure ho that when yesterday was not your day, how are you so sure that 7th of May will not be your day? Nothing is planned. Give in your 200%, and ultimately you believe in God or you don't believe in God, there is something known as destiny and you will have to leave things on destiny. So even if you believe or you're a non-believer, that is not the topic of discussion over here. The topic of discussion is that there are some things which are destined and you should not play with that. You should just give in your 200%, and then you have to leave some things for destiny and blessings to play out for. तो वो होगा at the right time it will happen, and like I said, no one will ever ask you whether you gave NEET 2023 or you gave INI 2023. That becomes immaterial after many months from now. And trust me, I am on the other side. Like I said, you never come and ask me when did you give your NEET PG. If you gave it in first attempt, ma'am, only then I will study from you, or only then I will consult you as a pathologist. No one has ever said that to me. It really doesn't matter. If I'm doing my job well, I'm helping people get their right reports, I'm helping people get right MCQs and right content, everyone's going to be happy. No one's really bothered what I did in my time. So I am also not going to be bothered after 5 years what you did in 2023. It's only in your head. It's a situation that you have made in your head. It's a situation a little bit of your relatives have made in your head. So to hell with all of them. Simple straightforward message. To hell with anyone who is saying that हो नहीं हुआ, इतना तो पढ़े थे. They are not in your shoes, and that's the easiest thing to say to someone at this point of time. That's the most brutal and the easiest thing to say to someone at this point of time is that, oh, you studied so much, then also you could not crack the exam. So just tell, so in your mind, whatever bad words you know in your mind, give it to that person and move on, because you know that that person is not in your position. That person is probably frustrated with a lot of other things in his or her life, and all that frustration he or she is taking out on you. So your job is to ignore, very royally ignore all those comments that might be coming your way. Because I know a lot of you have written that, one student also wrote that I cracked this exam, I finally have an answer to give to my relatives. It's so unfortunate that in our country, our success and our failure makes us think of our relatives the first, who actually don't matter and have had no contribution in our preparation. But unfortunately, those are the people we think first, कि अच्छा, now my parents can tell my relatives that I have cleared or I have not cleared. It's so unfortunate. So now, for the next few months, till you get your best score and till the time you throw it on their face, just detach. Just detach, go underground, go absconding, just let your relatives know that so has vanished from this country, and just emerge the day you have a good result to tell them. Till then, ignore every negativity that is coming your way. Please do that. Trust me, for your own mental sanity, I am telling you. And don't ever forward this to your relatives. They might just tell you not to follow me also after that. Okay, so yeah, anyone who's joined in late, I'm getting a lot of repeated queries. Anyone who's joined in late or you did not get the notification, jaldi se session ko 2x pe dekh lo. All your queries will be sorted with that, right? So yes, Dr. Shantanu, again, 8K this NEET PG and within 500, to question hi nahi utta. This is the most doable thing to do. It's the most doable thing to do. Trust me, your rank is very good, and to get within 500, very much possible, very much possible. So don't doubt yourself, go for it, give it the best. If you've done PMP, Dr. Varuni, if you can revise those, hats off. कर सकते हो तो I don't know how you're going to do it because it's a full course, but if you've done it that well that you feel that yes ma'am, in 3 days I can revise path, in 3 days I can revise micro, then just stop following me from today onwards. Don't listen to any targets, don't listen to any other class. You have done everything. I cannot tell you anything more beyond that batch. If you can do those two things, then you have done it all. Then I have no more targets to give to you. So that is like the most ideal thing. If you can do that, excellent. Okay, so thank you so much. Although, what are the two, three things that I'm firstly, I'm very sorry, just in case I've still missed out on any other queries, big sorry to for that. That is not something which is intentional. It's just that as soon as I said that post your queries and the doubts, it came as a flood, and I've tried to club a lot of things and I've tried to answer that. Yeah, Dr. Alka, I'm trying to locate your doubt only. It's probably gone somewhere down below, but. या एनीथिंग जस्ट वन थिंग कोई भी अगर डाउट है जस्ट post it on the telegram group if you feel you don't want to share it with everyone which is matlab okay if you don't want to share your concern with everyone else at least drop a message that ma'am check your dm utna kar do because honestly matlab with all due respect my dms are flooded at this point of time and I can practically not even see कि क्या message कहाँ पे पढ़ा है but group is something that I am following regularly. So in case you've left me a message in the DM which is important and I have missed out on it, बस group पे ये message डाल देना that ma'am check your DM. As soon as I get free from classes, I will definitely get back to you, right? And I'm sorry if I missed out on any DM because please try to understand it's a total mess. I'm not understanding Telegram पे क्या चल रहा है, DMs में क्या चल रहा है. So I've decided at least group पर I have everything on one page and in front of me. So at least someone who's writing on the group, I can Dr. Pratyasha, just help me with your. Acha, you've written your okay, nice username. I'll look. I won't even forget it. I don't have to note it down. Also, I'll remember that username. Okay, I'll look into it. What has gone wrong? Right. So yeah. So there's just that one advice. If you feel that ma'am, mera wala question रह गया या my query was not addressed, it's genuinely because I don't even want to show you what Telegram looks like right now. It's a total mess, and no matter how much I'm trying to get into it, वो नहीं solve हो रहा है. It's totally off track. So group, as I'm saying, I'm looking through the group very regularly. So if you feel something is worthy of putting on the group, we are all a family. Please put it out there. Trust me, all of us have gone through that phase. So we know no one's going to mock you or judge you for putting out anything over there. But if you still feel you're not comfortable, you don't want to put it out there in front of so many people, write it to me and leave a message that ma'am check your DM. I'll get back to you. Right? ठीक है. Thank you so much. Get back to your studies. अभी नहीं पढ़ना मत पढ़ो. Never mind. Today is your feel normal day. After that, 40 days का strategy रात को I will post. Put it up on your notice board. Start from tomorrow. Path and micro targets will be posted. So today, finish all your Rona Dhona. Tomorrow morning you are starting. That is a promise that all of you are doing. That tomorrow morning we are starting with our पढ़ाई. तो आज sleep fulfillment karna hai, you want to catch up on sleep, you want to watch some web series, you want to just watch some really depressing movie considering this as one of your breakups in life and a sad phase of your life, kuch aisa depressing dekhna hai, you want your emotions to come out, you want to cry in front of your parents, cry with your friends, whatever you want to do, whatever helps you regain that mental sanity, wo kaam karo. And उसके बाद कल से पढ़ाई, back to पढ़ाई with no hangover of NEET, no hangover of results, no hangover of anything. बस back to पढ़ाई. That's it. That is how resilient you have to become today. So you have that much of time for today, right? Done. Okay. Thank you so much. Anyone who joined in late, please जल्दी से like you listen to lecture, ये वाला lecture 2x पे सुन लो. Most of your queries shall be sorted over there itself. ठीक है? Okay. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being so patient. Thank you for being so thankful despite being in such a not a good phase of your life, still having that gratitude and humble, that thing that I saw in all of you since yesterday. It makes me learn a lot from all of you that anyone can become so angry and rebellious when something not so nice hits you in life, but then all of you are still so humble and thanking teachers and thanking everyone for their efforts, and still considering that it is something that you have not done very well. It takes a lot to be like that, and trust me, I have learned a lot personally. This is genuinely coming from the heart. I have learned personally a lot from all of you, that how we should practice gratitude in every phase of life. It's very very important, and trust me, you guys might be very very young in comparison to me, but you've made me learn a lot in that manner. So Dr. Veera, okay, just a second. I will have to scan through what is your doubt. Just a second. Okay, just scanning through it. I haven't been able to come. Have you posted it in the doubt section? Is it posted there? Because I'm unable to see it. Acha, so the students who are still left with the doubts, I'm scanning through, but Dr. Veera, I have not come across your doubt. No. I'll just scan through once again. Just give me a moment. Okay, Dr. Shamli, your doubt I have found. Dr. Veera, your doubt are not found. एक बार copy paste कर दो, अगर दिख रहा है तो मेरे को नहीं दिख रहा. Just copy paste once. Dr. Shamli, only hemat and virology. I'm yet to watch only hemat. So should I watch the videos or Viro का देख लो, because Dr. Shamli Viro का rapid review अभी इतना detail में नहीं हुआ था, तो Viro का देख लो. And hematology का you can watch the RR or YouTube, whatever suits you. But Viro देख लेना, Viro का PMP कर लेना, ठीक है? डॉक्टर प्रतिशा, द INI is recorded ना, जो अभी recently recording हुआ था, तो अब again like I said, don't get into who is on the platform, who is not on the platform, but the content will be provided to you. So that is the situation, ठीक है? So just अभी के लिए don't get into who is there, who is not there. अभी 40 days you don't care कौन कहाँ जा रहा है, who is shuffling from where and where is none of the students' concern at this point of time. This point of time you have to think of that they have already given you the best of the content. So even if they are going to any other platform, they have done their bit, they have given you the best of content, you have to use that content, right? Dr. Aishwarya, concepts are weak. Should I start with PYQ or work on my basics? For which exam are you focusing? See, if you're focusing INI-CET, तो अभी basics से start करने का तो time नहीं बचा, अभी तो PYQs ही करो. If you're focusing on the next year वाले exams, of course you start with your full course. Right? You of course you start with your full course. Okay, Dr. Veera, I'll just look into your doubt if it has been posted now. Okay, just a second. I don't know. It comes up in the comments. It's not showing up in the doubt section. I don't know what is this. I just hope the doubt section isn't full. ऐसा भी कुछ होता है अगर. Just give me a second. I'm trying to look through all of it, but somehow. Okay, finally. Can we finally? Okay, so can we watch the, sorry for that. Can we watch the RR videos of micro that we studied for micro? बिल्कुल, yes, why not? You will. RR videos are gold standard. वो तो देखना ही देखना है. उसके बाद if you have any time left, which I don't think होगा, but if you have any time left, then go for full course or any other platform or wherever you studied from. But RR videos तो must. वो तो you have to watch. Undoubtedly. That is where you start your preparation. Important पहले कर लो. Then if you have time left in the day, do the miscellaneous topics. Right. Dr. Nityashri, of course, for all the students who've written their ranks and their score, which is not what they were expecting, and now that, like I said, big question, should I give INI-CET? Even if you got, no one is there like that, even if you got 0 marks in NEET नहीं भी दिया था, फिर भी INI-CET देना है. My advice is INI-CET has to be given. ठीक है? Some people will give it for genuinely scoring and getting a seat. Some people are giving it as a grand test. पर देना तो जरूर है. You have to give INI-CET. No one is going to come back to me saying I did not give INI-CET because I was having exam phobia. एग्जाम फोबिया हो रहा था, तो आई सेड व्हाई गो एंड पुट माई सेल्फ थ्रू दैट टॉर्चर एंड प्रेशर. इफ यू हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ एन अप्रोच, you will pay for this later on, and I don't want you to pay for this. I don't want you to have that exam phobia. Get used to being put up with questions so much that now any question coming your way should be taken up as a as a cakewalk. So you have to give INI-CET whether you are targeting INI or not. Some people might be there who know, okay, अरे मैंने कभी कुछ पढ़ा ही नहीं मैम, you are sending me for INI-CET, why are you doing that? So you start studying for the next year वाला exam. Start watching full course videos. But बीच में जाके वो एक दिन INI-CET दे के आ जाना. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell your parents also that you are going to give an exam. बोलो मूवी देखने जा रहे हैं, ठीक है. Don't tell anyone you're going to give INI-CET, but INI-CET दे के जरूर आना. Don't tell me also. Don't tell anyone your marks also. किसी को मत बताना. Let it be the biggest secret of your life that you give INI-CET, but you have to give INI-CET. That is how it is. Give it for the score, give it for the practice, or give it for a seat, but you have to give INI-CET. Okay. You read Marrow Notes for 8 months, scored 400. I want to watch RR. Shall I follow? हाँ बिल्कुल. See, at this point of time, you will have to go in for RR. INI-CET के लिए तो full course तो होगा ही नहीं ना. Full course पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. 40 डेज में तो फाइनल ईयर सब्जेक्ट्स ही नहीं खत्म होंगे. तो कैसे 40-45 डेज में विल यू फिनिश वन राउंड ऑफ 19 सब्जेक्ट? यू हैव टू गो इन फॉर आरआर. बट इफ यू टारगेटिंग द नेक्स्ट ईयर वाला एग्जाम, नेक्स्ट नीट, जो भी टर्मिनोलॉजी होगा, नेक्स्ट ईयर वाला एग्जाम, देन you will obviously go in for the full course only. Abhi RR is not the time. Till September you don't go in for RR. You do full course again and again, but only focus on the videos. Now students who are even preparing for the next year wala exam, reading bulky textbooks like Robbins, Harrison, that time of your life has gone. That baby phase of your life has gone when you were in second year as kids and final year as kids, then you were reading big books. Now you don't have only one Robbins takes you 1 year to read. Now you have less than 1 year to give the next exam. You don't have one subject, you don't have one topic or one book to study. So you will do your videos. If some topic is genuinely troubling you, कि वीडियो से भी समझ नहीं आया, नोट से भी समझ नहीं आया, MCQ से भी समझ नहीं आया, ऐसा कोई डेडली टॉपिक आ गया, very rare, 1 in a million topic, so then you open up your book. Otherwise, no books wala time is gone. Next year exam ke liye you will have to take the full course video only. How many days it will take to complete the RR? I have told you, see, days ka to kya hai na, you can take it's all in your hand. If I say you have to do patho in 5 days, you will do it in 5 days. But if I tell you you have to do it in 3 days, your same mind and same, you will do it in 3 days also. So what you target for yourself, you're gonna adjust as per that, है ना? So if I'm saying that you have to do, like say for example, pathology का RR है, like I just recorded RR for prep ladder. I know pathology का RR is less than 20 hours. I've kept it all table. उसमें कुछ भी ऐसा lengthy text नहीं है. There is no topic which is going on for half an hour. Everything is table. Renal tumors one table, lung tumors one table, liver tumor one table. ऐसा table चला है उसके अंदर. So I know that everything regarding general, systemic, hemat, everything is finished off within 20 hours. Now this too you can even do in 3 days with MCQs. Easily it can be done. But if I give you the same thing to be done in 5 days, you are going to tell me that हाँ मैम आराम से करा, 5 days में आराम से करा था. So no, you have to keep a timetable. RR के लिए 3 to 4 days for medium subjects, and for medicine surgery you can keep, medicine surgery OBGY you can keep more days. ठीक है? Dr. Megvi, 2 of your doubts I had solved. कुछ और भी है which I have missed out on? I had solved 2 of your queries, I remember. Anything else that you posted? Either comments में ही डाल दो अगर कुछ miss हो गया. 2, अच्छा, in the comment section. Okay. How and where in the comment section? Mission INI-CET, I've told you guys, recorded है. Again, anyone having any concern regarding it, it is a recorded wala session. Whatever has been covered on the platform, we have assimilated it and made it one common batch, because many of you were complaining कि links ही पता नहीं लगते. Obviously, it's a little bit crowded, it's cluttered, takes a lot of time to segregate things. What is INI? What is this? So we've done all of that segregation for you. We've got it under one batch. So it's a recorded batch. Again and again telling you, it's a recorded, pre-recorded batch. Hey, it is not a live batch. Making it very clear to everyone. Okay? Okay. Fine. Finally done. Like I said, any other thing that I have missed out? Telegram पे innocent वाला message डाल देना, ma'am, check your DM. Sorry for that, but yeah, I will. Right. Okay, so time management for INI-CET, बस कुछ time management नहीं, 12 to 14 hours पढ़ना है. any weather, any situation, any personal, professional problem, irrespective, you have to study for 12 to 14 hours. बस वही है, और that is the strategy. 40 days एक revision करना है, 12 to 14 hours पढ़ना है, बस that is it. Okay. DM check करूँ, ठीक है. I will text me on Telegram का group ना, so that I know your user ID. I know whose DM to check. तो please वो Telegram group पे डाल दो. And today I will get back to you. Dr. Pooja, your doubt? Just a second. Anyone who's left in class, just start posting your doubts in the comments only, because I have a feeling that the doubt section has only gone full. Okay, I found your doubt, Dr. Pooja. Yes, I found that. Just a second. RR videos on Unacademy. They are, see, जो अभी NEET के लिए हुआ था, those are the same that you're gonna do. Just open under my profile. You must be following me on Unacademy. So under my profile, you are going to look at the February wala classes. February में you will get the RR of Path also, the RR of Micro also, and you will get the respective TNDs also. पैथ माइक्रो दोनों का आरआर है, दोनों का टीएनडी है, सब कुछ फरवरी में हुआ है. जस्ट गो टू माय प्रोफाइल, द कैलेंडर ऑफ माय प्रोफाइल, एंड यू विल फाइंड ऑल ऑफ देम एज इट इज लेबल्ड. ठीक है. ठीक है. सो वन मोर डाउट. हैंग ऑन, आई एम सर्चिंग. ओके. Every time scanning this is taking more than half the time. किसका डाउट पेंडिंग है? प्लीज प्लीज. ओके, आई थिंक आई हैव गॉट इट. Enough for INI, do we need to do target? No, अरे ये तो more than enough है. इससे ज्यादा तो क्या करोगे? Like I said ना, कुछ भी नहीं समझ आ रहा. If you feel, like I said, if you feel that targets तो नहीं मुझे ठीक लग रहा मैम, मुझे तो एक once and for all finish the subject kind of approach I want to do. So what do you do for that? You pick up the February schedule, and February mein, like I said, whatever RRs and TNDs I had taken, that is going to be your go-to thing. After that, that PMP was, I think, only 9 sessions. No, October wala PMP you are talking about, na? If I'm not mistaken, October wala 9 sessions wala Path Micro Punch that you're talking about, that can be a little lower down in your list. Your primary thing will be RR of Path, RR of Micro, with TND of Path and TND of Micro. इतना भी कर लोगे तो बहुत है. Trust me, these were very rapid sessions. They were like, if you've seen those sessions, you will realize I was only running out of breath in those sessions, because we tried to accommodate full pathology in 4 hours and full microbiology in like 4 hours. So yes, these were very extensive sessions. You go through these, and trust me, after this you won't have much of time only for going into that short PMP and all. How many GTs before the exam? 2 to 3, depending on your will and your determination. Right? Annotated PDF of Prep Ladder RR, I'll tell the team to get that circulated. Okay? We are making digital notes for you guys so that it can be easier, but I'll tell the team to get it circulated. No matter how much I study, I don't score well. ऐसा नहीं होता. देखो, some days you will not, some days you just need to identify the problem. Problem कहाँ आ रहा है? Problem is coming in your preparation in terms of content you are not able to recall, or you know that ma'am, if you ask me as a one liner, you will ask me, I will answer very well. You put the same thing in an MCQ and I will not be able to answer. The problem kahan hai? If it's a problem that you are not able to remember only, this means you have to revise your notes very well, Dr. Prachi. If the problem is that notes to mujhe ma'am yaad ho gaye, they are on my fingertips, no one knows the notes. I even know notes mein left hand side first page pe kya line likha tha, वैसा वाला also I have studied. But now when you will put a question in front of me, I will not be able to put it across in a question. This means you have to do lots of MCQ practice. These are the, like I say ना, simple रखो चीजों को, तो यही दो problems होती हैं और कोई problem नहीं है. Either a student is having a problem in memorizing things, or the student is having a problem in applying the things. Silly mistakes is no problem, because everyone, including faculties, also make silly mistakes. Sometimes when I'm teaching you something, don't I say, "Arey, nahi, not like this. This is going to be like this. I said the wrong thing." So silly mistake will happen with everyone. Silly mistake is not a mistake. There are only two problems in your preparation: memorizing and MCQs. Identify your problem and work on it. Dr. Prachi, just identify the problem. Recall में problem है, MCQ में problem है. जहाँ problem लगेगा, give 3/4 of your day to that. As simple. Dr. AM. Okay, just a second. Okay, AM. I'm searching. I think I found it. You got plus subscription which ends in 2 days. Mission 2023 will be subscription. This I'll have to find out. I don't want to commit to that. Um, I will have to find out from the team and let you know. If I say yes and if it's not the case, तो थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा. I think you will, but honestly telling you, I will have to ask the technical team about this so that I can give you the accurate information, right? I will update that on the Telegram group. MD anesthesia at VMMC or MD pulmonary medicine at a state college, no preference for any subject. Um, See, both of them after COVID now, both of them have become such sought after branches. Pulmonary medicine also and anesthesia ka critical care also. So, दोनों ही branches going forward, if I tell you from patient influx point of view, excellent. From money point of view, excellent. From opportunity and job prospect point of view, excellent. दोनों का ही future is going to be very very not bright for the patient but bright for the doctors, because going forward this is what you're getting. But let me just tell you in terms of pulmonary medicine after a while will have a little bit more stable life, because you are not going to have to after a while. Abhi starting mein to you will have emergencies and night duties and all of that happens to everyone, but anesthesia mein that is more or less for a very longer time, because if you're managing an ICU or you're managing critical care unit or you're managing any other general ICU wards also you're managing, so 24-hour duties, नाइट ड्यूटीज, ये सब काफी टाइम तक चलता है. इट्स नॉट समथिंग यू कांट सडनली से दैट आई एम 45 years old तो अब मुझे नाइट ड्यूटी नहीं करना. यू कांट से दैट बिकॉज यू आर डूइंग एनेस्थीसिया, so that means that it is a requirement for a lifetime. So you really need to just, and both the branches are very very good, and college is only something that sticks to you for 3 years, but the profession sticks to you for a lifetime. So obviously my bias will always go towards anything at VMMC because I have studied from there. So if you put that, I will always give that as first priority. But still, letting you know as an unbiased thing, just analyze what kind of a lifestyle are you wanting to or will be comfortable in the long run. That is the only thing that you have to consider amongst these two. Yes. How to work on that if you made top mistakes? क्यों हुआ topics में mistakes, Dr. Purva? Why did you make the mistakes? Was it because topic पढ़ा तो था, like cell injury मैंने पढ़ा तो 1 million times है मैम, but अगर वहां जाके you forgot कि what is the stain for melanin, this means you have not done the right revision. Is that the problem? Or if it is the problem that पढ़ा भी था और पता भी था मैम melanin का stain is Mason Fontana, but exam में जाके I marked it Mason trichrome, because in the exam my mind was only in some other on some other planet. It was not with me, it was not inside my body, it was working somewhere else only that day. This means you need MCQ practice more. You just need to overcome that. When options come in front of you, you get suddenly very panicky and confused. Answer pata hota hai, but then your mind starts deviating you towards other answers. तो अगर revision है, तो if you analyzed your problem, तो फिर तो बस pick up your notes and ऐसा बिल्कुल parrot की तरह रट्टा रट्टा रट्टा. That is all that you have to do. So the best thing is that you have to pick up your problem. Most students really don't analyze, don't get to know ना problem चल कहाँ रहा है. You have that insight, you know your problem, so now all you have to do is act on that problem. Okay, so Dr. I think I picked up the wrong doubt. Wait, hang on. I don't get to see your doubt in the doubt section. Abhi tak to I haven't. Okay, so this is. No, I've not been able to continue. Have you posted, Dr. Omna? Have you posted anything in the doubt section? Because I've scanned through all and I haven't come across any doubt by your name. अच्छा, posted in comments. वो कहीं ऊपर चला गया. जल्दी से copy paste कर दो. Quickly copy paste it so that we can address it. Post it anywhere. यहीं comments में ही post कर दो. Just post it quickly. Just copy that out and paste it out once again so that we can quickly go through it. Right, and for those who are joining in now, the session is pretty much over. I'm only addressing individual queries. So you can just start off from the beginning, 2x की speed पे जल्दी जल्दी सुन लो and you will be sorted. Nothing new that I'm going to tell going forward. I'm just taking one-on-one queries that students have. So no new thing that I'm telling you at this point of time. You can get back to the beginning of the lecture and go through the entire thing once again. Yeah. Now, Tobna, do we have the question ready? You can post it here only in the comments only. You can put it across. Um, Rank was not great, though I will get a branch. You will get the branch you want, but the disappointment. See, two things to analyze over here. It's something which most of the students are are dealing with at this point of time. No one wants, ultimately, why, let's be very honest, why do all of us work so hard is because we all want that one day should come that when our parents should say that all that effort and hard work that they have put into us, all of that has paid off. And when you just get to hear that one sentence from your parents that you've made us proud and we're very very proud of you, so bahut acha hai. It's a different feeling altogether, right? But there will come phases in your life, personally and professionally, Dr. Umna, where your parents might not agree with what you want to do, or you might feel happy with something and they will not. That is a conflict which will come not once but many, many times with your parents. And neither of you are wrong. You are wanting the best for yourself. They are also wanting the best for you only. No one is wanting bad for you in this entire thing. I mean, all of you are in the same, your destination is the same, that you want the good to happen to you, but your way of dealing and reaching that place is a little different. The only thing is that rather than, see, if you've thought of something, you feel you'll get a branch, your parents might feel they wanted a different branch from you. You need to sit and talk it out with them. That is the most important thing, which many of us, and I remember not doing that with my parents also when I was at your age, because we feel that fighting over it and sulking over it is much more easier than sitting across the table and making everyone understand in a calm manner on what is going on. I know it's difficult. It's difficult. There is a difference in ideology, there is a difference in thought process, there is a difference in age. There are so many differences that you have that you might not feel that kaise hoga, but that is what you have to do. You have to sit across, you have to make them understand, and you have to really put across what your thought process is. You need to tell them about a little bit more about the profession. You need to tell them more about the hardships. You need to tell them more about what branch are you selecting, why you are selecting, how it is going to be good. You can give them examples. You can make them talk to some people of your profession, maybe some of your friends, your seniors, us, anyone, so that if it gets to that point, someone can convince them, because they might not be very convinced with you, but a third person's opinion is always somehow more attractive for everyone to follow. So it's just about taking the mature approach over here and talking it out with them. Okay? Micro and patho RR of 4 hours. Someone asked me, yes, Dr. Pooja, that one I'm talking about. NEET PG 33K rank, 26 in INI. Still have a, of course, you're yourself going up the ladder. You're going up the ladder. So from 30s to 20s, you never know what's coming up in front of you. I had a student who messaged me yesterday from 1 lakh plus to under 1000. Come on. And then I had a student who messaged me from 86,000 to 8600. सब कुछ possible है. You are to just talking about a 10-20,000 ka jump, and you're asking me, is it doable? Of course it is doable. People have done it within 1 lakh ka range. Why is it not doable? Everything is possible. ठीक है. So crack this. I'll just take up any other query. Your doubt only I'm trying to figure out कहाँ post कर दिया. Now post everything here only, because I think most of the students have left, so it's a very small set of students whom we probably have. So I think I'll be able to figure it out here. Balki the doubt section is now over flooded and is full. Trying to find out your query. It's not there. It's not there in the um, not there in the doubt section. Meanwhile, I had a query from someone. Where is that query gone? Regarding DNB orthopedics. Yes. DNB orthopedics a good choice considering the pass rate of DNB orthopedics versus what? Dr. Acharya versus what? Abhi, see, you need to first make a list of things that you are DNB का pass rate में problem है. I'll be very honest. I'm not gonna say give you rosy images that पढ़ोगे तो हो जाता है kind of a thing. ऐसा पढ़ के भी कई बार नहीं होता है. डीएनबी पास रेट इज अ जेन्युइन इशू इन द कंट्री. इट्स लेट्स फेस इट इज देयर. तो इफ यू हैव, I'll be very honest, an MD anesthesia versus DNB ortho, and my I would have been, irrespective of college, my thing would have been MD anesthesia. Can I crack this INI-CET? Read well but didn't revise in the last time. तो ठीक है, बस read well तो revision is now. God gave you time to read well that time, and God has given you time to revise now. So then this means this is INI-CET for you that you were probably targeting from the beginning. So please go ahead with it, of course. Parents creating FOMO, join this and that TND. I know I need to do justice with my source. So parents creating FOMO. Acha, so that's a new kind of a doubt actually. So sometimes that happens. I assume that your parents might be medicos and they might have heard from probably other medico parents, or from some other sources, or they may be in contact with other medicos जिन्होंने कुछ कुछ और join करा और बताया that my son or daughter cracked it from here and my son or daughter cracked it from here. So that is a parents का internal FOMO that is going on. उसमें मत पढ़ो. Again, like I said, whenever a conflict arises from your parents, you have to sit and make them understand that your mind is a different mind, and so's kid's mind was a different mind altogether. Your mind understands this textbook and not the other textbook, or this source and not the other source. So bus, it is just about putting your point across, and you need to make them understand that even if you join anything at this point of time, you might be just wasting their money only, because you will not be able to revise all of that. So वो हो नहीं पाएगा, right? Diplomas, Dr. Prachi, again, honest review, they are losing out, they are losing ground nowadays. So MD, DNB, better. Just giving you a very honest review. I don't even know which diploma you're targeting for, but just telling you the future of it, the diploma courses are losing their grounds gradually. Diploma in pathology has anyway stopped. So, a lot of problems going forward with it. Should I, that is done. Opthal as a branch versus anesthesia. Anesthesia again, opthal में कोई night duty नहीं होगा, emergency hardly कभी होगा, and surgical branch है, it's different. Anesthesia is a little more hectic. It has emergencies, it has night duties, it is 24 round the clock kind of duties. As a resident also, you're gonna get too many this thing opportunities of working a lot. So you have to weigh that. Again, depending on what kind of a lifestyle are you wanting. Are you okay with, you want a more of a 9 to 5 job with little surgical hand to it, off thal. If you're okay with anesthesia and a little hectic life with night duties, then of course. Dr. Prachi, diploma OBG. देखो, OBG as a branch is very, very fulfilling in the because as they say that whether there is a recession or not, or there are 2 3 industries which will always work, and one is going to be the wedding industry in our country, and the other is going to be the job of a gynecologist, because obstetrician, because kids will always be born. So whether or not it is any other problem in our country, whether it is COVID, whether it is recession, whether it is anything, तो OBGY तो चलेगा ही चलेगा. So all jokes apart, the thing is that diplomas में problem ये है that at least in metropolitan cities and in all the top-notch institutes, the weightage given to diploma versus an MS is a little lower. But if you're planning to work in the long run in a peripheral institute or in a periphery of the country, then diploma could help you there. But going forward, diploma, again, I would say, is losing the ground. Possibility here, Dr. Singh, maybe not in the central parts of the country, but you can get MD anesthesia in the peripheries. Yes, maybe in the second round or the mop-up, possible here. Medicine DNB passing percentage is low. Should I go for DNB or will prepare again? Please suggest. Is that the only thing? I mean, other than medicine, you don't want to take anything? Is that the thing? Like, I would suggest DNB ले लो in that case अगर medicine ही करना है, because DNB करके, because medicine के साथ क्या है, it's not an end branch. Medicine is not like say something like an ophthal where you would just finish off your MS and you would just want to jump on to practice medicine में बाद में भी कुछ करना पड़ेगा. You will have to go in for a super speciality, and also you always have time to cover up elsewhere. So if you're very bent upon doing medicine personally, that is your choice. You can take MD, you can take DNB medicine definitely. Small advice on that note. See, someone who jumped from say 80,000 to 800 or 8,000. On that note, they have just identified their problem. यू हैव डन एवरीथिंग तो ठीक है. एवरीथिंग में क्या है, नोट्स भी पढ़ा मैम, मेन वीडियोस भी करा, आरआर भी करा, एमसीक्यूज भी करा, आपका लास्ट डे वाला वीडियो भी सुना, मतलब सब कुछ हर जगह से सुना. आई डिड 1 मिलियन प्लेटफॉर्म, आई डिड एवरीथिंग ऑन दिस प्लेनेट, एवरी यूट्यूब चैनल आई हैव सब्सक्राइब टू, सब कुछ कर लिया, बट रिजल्ट वाज नॉट व्हाट आई एक्सपेक्टेड. बिकॉज फर्स्टली तो सब कुछ करना नहीं था. वन थिंग, इफ यू स्टिल मैनेज टू डू इट एंड यू आर दैट सुपर ह्यूमन हु स्टिल मैनेज टू डू ऑल ऑफ दैट, you have probably not touched upon your problem. See, reading 100 notes is not going to help you. Reading 100 notes is not what you have to do. Doing the right notes and doing it again and again will help you. So recall पे ज़्यादा focus करना है rather than revising that thing again and again. अब एक set of notes उठाओ, एक platform का MCQ उठाओ और उसे बार करते जाओ till you get sick of it. That is what you have to do, and identify your problem. Is it the memorizing part that is a problem, or is it MCQs that you're solving wrong? Start analyzing at every step rather than just blindly reading through it, right? Okay, perfect. So I guess we are done. Yes. Okay. So guys, I'll post the timetable tonight, and I hope little bit of ease and calmness this has got in your life. Gradually we will get there. Trust me. One step at a time we're gonna take. We will get there. So don't lose hope. Everyone has gone through this phase. You are not the first one to go through this. We as faculty see students every year and every session going through all of this. So we will get this right in time. On track, we will get there. Okay. So get back all the positivity back that you had before NEET PG. वो सारा positive zone mode में फिर चले जाओ. And now you're gonna give it your, if you gave your 100%, now you'll give your 200%.